You said you left home at 16.
Yeah. I came to California. I ran out of money. Actually was thrown out of a Albertsons grocery store because I was eating out of the cold case.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Some guy grabs me by the neck like, get out of here, kid.
We're here in Solana Beach, California, the birthplace of ServiceNow, to learn about the hungry and humble origins of our company, and to celebrate with a dedicated crew of volunteers at the enormous San Diego Pride Festival. Meet Fred Luddy, founder of ServiceNow and former teenager.
My parents and I didn't get along real well.
Yeah.
And so I felt that it was time for me to go see if I was right or if they were right.
Yep.
It took me 15 years to figure out they were right. And I got a job picking strawberries in Oxnard, California. Man, what a back-breaking job. I really appreciate anybody who works in the fields like that.
Yeah.
I left, I went to Indiana, and coming down the hallway in this place where I worked in a factory was this machine wrapped in like clear plastic, and I followed it. I followed them pushing this machine down the hallway, and then they opened this door, and there was this room that was all white with a raised floor and glass terminals. The year's 1972, and I just was like a moth to the flames. You know, like I have to be in that room. I knew it was a computer.
Yeah.
I didn't really know anything else about it. And then I made an assertion that I could work there. The guy, Dave Snook, said, so you can program our system? I said, sure, I could do that. He said, this is the computer language that we use. And if you can by tomorrow write a program that as input takes 5 different colors and as output produces all permutations of that set, I'll give you a job. So I stayed up all night, got the code written, demoed it the next morning, and the rest is history. 2 weeks ago, I asked ChatGPT to write that same program, and it did a much better job than I did.
So I have this thing on, and I'm up on this thing, and I can't see. I almost fall off. My daughter's over here filming me, and she's just like, Dad. You know?
Who is this masked man? And what is happening? This is Mark, ServiceNow employee number 37, surfer dude, and the musician you're listening to right now.
What do you do at ServiceNow these days?
You guys are gonna laugh, but I do a lot of like voiceovers, because I did one for a demo, and somebody heard it, and they're like, oh, that voice makes me feel, you know, good inside. If I look at my trajectory here, it's like early on, it was all just nothing but coding. I think even when I didn't work for the company, they showed me their first website, and I was like, God, you guys can't go live with that. So I redid their website. I have lifelong friends through work. It had nothing to do with the technology. It just had to do with the fact that there were enough good people that wanted to work together with each other, not being afraid to build something that I think most of us thought some of this stuff was impossible to do. But they were just relentless problem solvers. Yeah. Nothing's impossible. We could build anything. Really what surfing is really kind of close to actually what, at least my experience with early ServiceNow was. You have a really tight-knit community of like-minded people that choose to do something, and they actually choose to do it together. If you like the people that you're working with and they inspire you, it's one of the most powerful, compelling stories you could have.
I've never watched somebody that I know surf before. I don't know anything about surfing, so. All right, come on, Mark, you can do this. Get up, yeah! All right, yes. Good job, Mark. Nice. That was nice, man. I was doing the play-by-play. I was cheering for you. Do you have a favorite?
I do. It's the chocolate glazed one. That's my favorite, but they're all pretty good.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Right? Chef's kiss.
I'm not gonna exaggerate. That is a really good donut.
What? I mean, I love donuts. They're so good. You look over, here's the beautiful ocean, and you can't help to kind of decompress. It never gets old, too. You look at it and you're like, I live here. I always really wanted to be an executive assistant, and I just always fell into the HR side, which I also really enjoyed, the recruiting side of HR. To see people when they're first starting their job, you know, you're kind of the first impression of a company. It kind of reminds me of what Fred Luddy used to say, if we can't take care of each other, how are we going to take care of our customers? Long story short, something was going on. I went into the doctor, and then they did some tests, and then when I went in to get the results, they were like, we think you have MS. And I go, Fred, do you have a minute? Can I talk to you? And he goes, yeah, what's up? So I told him what had happened, that I was diagnosed, and I said, I just wanted to thank you. Like, I don't think I could have done this without having this company behind me, and like the love and support I had been getting, how he felt about our customers, and how important it was for us to take care of each other. It's nice to feel like you have not just your personal support and your family support and your friend support, but to have work support you. That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, we were a bunch of people that were just on a mission. And it was really a magical time, I think, the early days. Not that it's not magical now.
Yeah, but I from hearing the stories, you can understand the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our first office. It looks kind of like an elementary school, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it could be.
Yeah, I think they called this one the schoolhouse. But it was it's very dysfunctional inside. We're signing this huge deal with Deutsche Bank while we're in this building, right? These were people they're betting their jobs. So Patrick O'Connor, who's still a friend of ours, he was the guy at Deutsche Bank making this decision. And he says, wow, he was really impressed. I'm gonna come visit. Well, there's only like 15 of us, right? You know, there was talk about trying to put on a charade or a facade, and we decided, no, that's not who we are. So we're just gonna let Patrick, you know, continue to make his decision. And he comes and he sits there, goes into the conference room, and he puts his feet up on the conference table, and the dang thing almost slides, falls over because it was so flimsy. It was like some little IKEA table. Like, oh man, we're sunk. And we passed the test. Just, you know, and I think that's always been part of the ServiceNow culture, is that say who you are and say what you do. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Rudy's.
Okay.
That's all you get. That's a smorgasbord. My wife is very glad that we're off the radar, which we pretty much are.
Yeah.
But I'm deeply flattered and very happy when I go to something like a user group meeting,
Yes.
and you know, people want to take your picture with you, and it's like, it's really flattering. You know, we travel a lot with people who are much better known than I am, and it's problematic because they, on one hand, they want to be nice, and on the other hand, there's people chasing you down the street to take a picture. For me, I get to choose. You know, like, yeah, heck yeah, I'm going to the user group meeting. I love it there, you know. I get to hear all these great stories from great people, so.
That's kind of the ideal.
I hate surfers. I hate them. Some of my best friends are surfers. Like, they're nice when they're not in the water. Once they get in the water, surfers will beat your butt. Chill vibes. Beautiful sunny day here in San Diego outside the office. Later today, we're gonna go to Solana Beach, see the old spaceship. Just don't talk to the surfers.
This goes back a long, long time. Tell the story, bring us back.
I was in there once and Fred came in. I said, "Hey Fred, how you doing?" And he said, "I'm faced with insurmountable opportunity." I'm like, whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna use that for my book. Insurmountable Opportunity, the story of ServiceNow.
They moved into this building. We slowly filled it up as it was falling apart around us.
You would show up for work on your first day and your furniture was in a box. You had to build your own furniture. And they would send me to IKEA to buy all this stuff.
It leaked a lot. When it rained, we had to take our laptops and papers home.
The freaking conference room table was wobbling, so we gotta fix this.
And the exterior windows all had termites.
Oh, they did?
All around.
It was show up and do or die every day.
I knew that anything could go wrong at any time and we would just stop existing.
There was stress, but it's few and far between where you get to work with people that you really love to work with. Super passionate about what they do. And there's a possibility they're probably the best in the world doing it.
My long days weren't necessarily because I had to. A lot of them were just because at the time I would rather have done that than play the video game.
Spoken like a true coder, yeah.
It was a lot of work. It was really crazy, but by the time I got in 2010, people had a pretty good idea this was going to be something.
And I remember walking in going, "Oh, we just hit $52 million in revenue." And I was just like, well, "That's insane. What does that all mean? I don't really know."
I think the thing that worked here, there was some investment in what the family was that we were trying to build this product around, right? It was the people first. You walked through the front door and everyone there was happy you were there and willing to help you succeed and thrive. And you know, you guys are here for pride and all that. And I think parallels the people that just cherished each other and wanted that. They wanted to hold on to that. You know, that was a welcoming, diverse, inclusive feeling, and it was palpable. It still is. You walk in, and that's, I think, what keeps people here. And I love that we're standing up for these things.
I remember when I was working at another company, pre-ServiceNow, and a gay marriage was about, you know, to be approved, right? But I have colleagues who says, "Can you believe that the homosexuals would want to get married?" And I was thinking, oh my God, I can't believe that you're talking to one. Right? And so therefore, I'm kind of like, so I kept myself in the closet. But here at ServiceNow, I mean, God, when people are like, "I'm gay," and people are like, "Yes, welcome to the family," you know, and it's so awesome. I have been in San Diego for 28 years, and ever since I started working at ServiceNow, I had gone to Pride a few times, and I see Apple, I see Qualcomm, I see Alaska Airlines. I thought, we need a parade, we should be here, we should represent. Now we have this wonderful team that runs it and make this happen, and I couldn't be happier.
It was a long journey. We're in the pandemic, and there was no such a thing about a parade or a festival that was going to happen.
It's have a good time, but at the same time, don't forget the message.
Absolutely.
Don't forget the story and why we're here.
So there's a volunteer group chat that we have, and I said, "Hey, how weird would it be if we all showed up with these fiber optic white shoes?"
Thank you for being a part of this event for ServiceNow. We were able to join Dublin Parade, the Dublin Pride Parade, which was fantastic. Neil was there.
I just really hope you all enjoy it. I'm super excited about just the prospect of having, 100 or 200 folks marching behind that ServiceNow banner tomorrow. Is just going to be awesome. So take lots of pictures. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks for being here.
Marco? So, big event.
Yes.
A lot of moving pieces.
Yes.
How are you feeling at the moment?
I feel great. I feel okay. We have a 5K, we have the parade, and then we have the festival, which we'll have our booth at. And
okay.
I think we'll be in a good space.
Okay. I'm gonna be checking your temperature throughout just to see where it goes.
Please check on me. We got there, and we're here.
Yeah.
And it's tomorrow.
This is the home of ServiceNow, so you want it to be top.
Yeah.
But yeah, still a bit nervous. It's never going to be perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect.
Preparations are underway for this year's Pride Parade.
Pride festivities are getting underway this morning.
According to organizers, the festival is one of the largest in the entire
He
world.
says 300 groups will participate in the parade, and about 300,000 people will be in attendance. Similar to what we saw pre-pandemic.
As for the parade itself, that's going to kick off at 10 a.m. right by where we are right now at the Hillcrest Pride flag at Normal and University.
We are an hour plus away from the parade starting, right?
Yeah.
And how are you feeling at this moment?
Excited.
All right.
Very excited.
Okay.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really strong.
We finally got to this stage.
Yep.
We just needed to get here. We needed to get here, and then I was going to feel okay.
And we've already had some people walk past and say, tell me about your company. Parade hasn't even started.
Fred Luddy would be proud.
Absolutely.
Let's do our last Marco check-in for
All right.
today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. How are you feeling in the moment?
We're golden. We're golden.
All the stress is now leaving. That was an amazing day so far. And we found out that we were the first technology company going through.
How can we use our platform to make the world of work better for people who are LGBTQ? For everyone. That's what our banner says. For everyone.
No, I love
exactly.
that.
We have a principle that we're trying to get through is that we need equality, we need peace, freedom, and most of all, we need love.